EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Alberto. Alberto Cuebunam was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage defensively.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 20.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Play action. Now it's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Not much there, only a yard.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Ojemudia. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
It's a gain of 7.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 3, Jaguars nothing.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Gordon on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Caleb Chason in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Caleb Chason. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. And he'll let this one go deep. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
To DJ Chark.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
the All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and
so after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. K'Lavon Chaisson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Got Gordon open, completes it. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The kickoff for Denver.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
1-yard gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 78 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
3 and out. 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
K'Lavon Chaisson
In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sliding out, and he's going to go down again. Josh Allen, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he'll let this one go deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
1st down, Jaguars.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
17.
DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are back within a score. His kick is good.
Makes the score Broncos 17. Jaguars 14.
And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
At the 27.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And got his man complete. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 76 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Broncos 24, Jaguars 21.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The tackle.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll set up a throw. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
48-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check nickel. You gonna take three. You gonna take Big gap. Switch.
On second down, it's Murray, and he's going to be met at about the 43.
Murray, the ball carrier.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And 5.
Now back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
32. And a Jaguar first down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to potentially send us to overtime. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner.
24.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought
short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. He'll let this one go deep for... He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Elliott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go to Elliott again. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. He's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Today's final
partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really